We have no supply tent right now.
Finally.
At 5? Yeah, I'm here. What about that tent? I tried. Six steps down.
Learning my candy. Oh, awesome. I'm
For anyone who isn't aware, on November 6th, the day we were asked to move, which we aren't, we're going to be holding a rally followed by a great Grand Parade cleanup. The rally is going to start at 11 and I believe it's going to go on till 1, and I'm not sure exactly if the cleanup was just going to be part of that 11 to 1 or if the whole rally is scheduled from 11 to 1. That I never was clear on that. But basically that's what it's going to be, and the Great Grand Parade cleanup is going to be us running around here, picking up all the trash, all the garbage, everything, making it spiffy, scrubbing down monuments if that's the case, whatever it takes to make this place really, really good looking again. And also on that note, since we're talking about the cleanup, the General Assembly needs to be aware that at some point 2 nights ago, somebody picked up a can of silver spray paint, and we are now liable for 2 city benches that need to be repainted. So I don't know how we want to address that. Well, if you've got video surveillance of them doing it, that would be great. Otherwise we're liable as a community to take responsibility for the actions of 1 person or 2 persons amongst us.
There's no camera on that?
There's no cameras in this park that I've found. There's only one at Victoria, but always got to
I have lots of black spray paint, and I can fix that up really quickly.
Awesome.
Because there's been a community funded from the smokers fund to gain access to tobacco for the people who need it and might not be able to afford it. It was requested to the General Assembly that funding be made from the community funds towards that purpose. It was decided by the General Assembly that it should be a self-managed group with self-managed funds because to buy tobacco isn't really something that the whole community needs. However, what I do have here is an amended proposal and hopefully maybe kind of completing the whole cycle that is necessary. So we had a meeting directly after that General Assembly where a lot of people became involved, new people who haven't even been very involved in the General Assemblies and other working groups. So that's a good thing in itself. It was calculated that the cost for this project would be about $100 to start off, and I guess that would be a proposal for a float of $100. And so what we came up with was that if there was a station not only supplying tobacco to the people who need it, who can't afford it, it would also have quit aids, alternative herbs, information on these alternative herbs, and also information on smoking and its effects, and basically like paperwork on like how to stop smoking, and literature on you know, different ways to stop smoking and alternatives and like. So I guess like the whole proposal is that instead of it just being a place where people can go and get tobacco, there's also the help that they need to quit. So it becomes a community service that we provide to people rather than just, for lack of a better word, a handout. Calculated costs include about $40 for papers and tubes, and suggested herbs to get for alternatives would be $5 for mullein, $5 for oregano. Raspberry leaves will be brought to us for free, $5 for sage, and then for other alternative herbs we had for ideas mint, lemon balm, and damiana. If anybody knows of any other good herbs or any other pertinent information to this, it would be fabulous to join the smokers contingent at our next meeting, which will be directly after this General Assembly. So basically, I guess, and also to have a better managed station, so that there would be like a table set up somewhere where people can, you know, get all of this material, and also like a sign-off sheet where people could only get like a cigarette an hour, so that way like people aren't coming back for cigarettes and not overusing, and also have for donations in one central area for the fund. And included in this whole proposal is a smoking section next to, well, a suggested smoking section next to that table, because people will be getting their cigarettes there, they might as well smoke them there. So I guess the proposal, yeah, so just to sum it up, $100 to go towards tobacco and tubes and rolling materials, and also obtain some literature on how to quit smoking, some alternative herbs, and hopefully some contact being made with the Lung Association and Addiction Services. Open for discussion.
I have a suggestion. I think that because of what this protest is about, I agree with the fact that you should be providing like a bit of encouragement for leaf smokers to quit during this protest time. But my suggestion is why not get like big rolls of tickets like at the same time as these cigarettes are available, and each smoker gets a limit of how many tickets that they're allowed per day, like say 5 tickets per day. And what they have to do is they have to show up where the cigarettes are, and in order to get a cigarette they have to give a ticket to the person that's manning that booth or tent or whatever it is that you have set up where the cigarettes are being handed out. And once they use their 5th ticket, they can get no more smokes until the next day. That's my suggestion.
Just for clarification, are we going to be using donated money towards this fund, or is they going to be coming up with their own funds?
Well, see, the problem is it's been hard to get off the ground because it's been irregular and poorly organized. So I guess like what the proposal is for a starter amount to get all of these alternative herbs as well as one starter set of tobacco to hopefully last long enough and get enough donations.
So we will be using donated money to start that off with?
That's the proposal.
Yeah, I shouldn't be using donated money for that shit.
I also strongly oppose this. I am a smoker, as most people here know, but I agree with Eric that it's just another addiction, and if we start this, then I don't see it going well. I think that people donate money to us to keep us warm and fed. And the other aspect of that is I think it would look really bad if we are raising money to put into the tobacco industry, an enormous corporation. So
I agree.
There are alternatives to putting money into a tobacco industry, which we have, you know, like.
But that's a big part of this fund, right?
No. It's like to put money towards tobacco, but it wouldn't be towards the tobacco industries, if you catch my drift.
I don't.
Besides the
Non-commercialized tobacco.
I think that's irrelevant.
Again, I'm kind of on the same boat. I don't think we should be spending community donated money on a personal habit, but what I would be in favor is spending community money on smoking cessation products such as the patch or whatever else is available. I think Zyban's now over the counter, and we can monitor how that works. And people who obviously are going to start out, not everyone's going to be successful, but as long as people keep coming back, well, then we can keep doing that, in case you want to bring that up to a proposal. But I don't think tobacco is something that we should be spending money on, but I'm all for spending money on quitting smoking products, definitely.
For me, it's also an issue of sanitary concerns, because some of the people who are living in this park have been collecting cigarette butts off of the floor and making cigarettes out of them, which seems to be a serious problem. And I would want to provide cigarettes to those individuals so that they're not taking garbage off the floor and smoking it.
I understand what you guys are saying, that you would rather spend towards preventing smoking than having the tobacco, but it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? If you do provide the tobacco, but put limits on it, on how much tobacco is available, and at the same time provide those stop smoking aids, then that becomes kind of a full circle service. If every time that these individuals are going up for a cigarette, they're also seeing the stop smoking literature and also seeing that they can smoke alternative herbs, it might actually be a good service that we can provide to these individuals.
Angel, so if you don't mind, I'm going to cut you off there. We've spent now 15 minutes discussing this topic, and a lot of people have had an opportunity to voice their concerns, and I would like to table this discussion to continue for people to talk outside of the General Assembly and try to reach a consensus, if possible, at a further date, so that we can allow just other people opportunities to bring proposals to